and welcome to Olivia's Sanctuary. I am out on Ilkley Moor. It is an absolutely incredible evening. I've already done like a 15-minute walk that way. Hello, so here I am out on the main part of Ilkley Moor, the place I was meant to come originally. So peaceful, and I'm heading up. No, I'm not going to go up there. I'm going to stick to the main path and head up to like the rocks and stuff and get a good view of sunset. I'm going to talk about what I was going to talk about, which is science and religion, that kind of thing. We're going up there. It's going to be magnificent. Look at these rocks. Aren't they just stunning? Incredible place. I feel like I'm abroad. It's just wonderful. So I'll see you at the top. Hello. I think you can see me well enough, and I'm hoping you can see the sun going down. I've just been chatting to some lovely guys over there who live kind of near me in Leeds, about life and whatever. And yeah, so here I am. As you can see, the sunset is like beyond words. What I was reading about last night was I was sat thinking, like, I've been doing a lot of spiritual work, I guess, recently. I've been meditating. I've been like on this kind of life journey where I'm like, nothing can be negative because there's only negative people that you can then perceive to have a negative effect on your life and your space. I personally don't believe that anybody's life has to be negative. It's just the way you see things. It's just the way you interact with your surroundings and the people around you. I actually just love to love life in the simplest way possible. I love life so much. So there I am sat on my bed thinking about this journey that I've been on. And when I meditate, I feel more and more like vibrational. It's the only way I can put it into words. I think I've mentioned this in another video about like vibrations and stuff. I am learning to get better at meditating. I've been doing it for a few weeks. Okay, I've changed location. I've got a better spot. I'm literally on the edge looking out onto this crazy sunset, right? And yeah, okay, so we'll get back into what I was saying. So the meditating, the more I do it, the better I get at it. I've actually created a little meditation space in my flat now. I did that today and for the first time had like probably the best meditation I've had so far. There's this sensation where you kind of, I don't know how to describe it, you wave in and out of like being aware and then unaware and aware and unaware. And when you're like unaware, that's like when you're deep in the meditation. And when you're aware, it's like you kind of come back to realizing that you know you're meditating. Hi. Hello. Hi. So when I come out of it, you kind of get this feeling of like vibrations as you're leaving the meditation. And I mean, I guess from doing that, from experiencing those sensations of it feels like energy. So then, I mean, I've been thinking about all sorts recently about how the universe exists and how we exist and everything. So then I started thinking about religion and how different is worshipping a god to me being spiritual and feeling this energy and me being dedicated to meditating and reaching this vibrational spiritual place, I've always described my belief in God as being nature. So I've sort of thought nature is God. And I've never really elaborated on that, but I've always said like nature is my God, because nature is everything that is natural to the earth, and we are nature. We come from that. It's all just one big collective thing. So like essentially we are a piece of God. So then if we worship ourselves, if we cherish, love, and believe in, have faith in ourselves, then isn't that a sort of religion in itself? I've kind of had those thoughts before, and so then Google. I finished work at 1 o'clock and I'm sat on my bed and I'm like, okay, well, I wonder what's been discovered about the relationship between like the universe and God. And I think I typed into Google, is the universe God? And I found this mind-blowing article, and it was Time Magazine's website. Are we seeing this sunset? I hope it's as clear on here as I'm seeing it. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. I'm gonna go further to the edge. So this article that I was reading, it was called how are science and religion connected? I think that's what I had googled, and I found this article that said science doesn't disprove God. So I'm like, okay, let's have a read. And there I am reading this article, literally like just thinking everything that I had cemented my beliefs in over the past, let's say, 10 years. I mean, the past 4 years I've definitely had more interesting thoughts and conversations about it with people. But like, let me just see this. Let me just enjoy this, because that is spectacular. Beyond words. Truly in my element. I'm so happy right now. This is life. This is the goodness that we need in life. Bumblebee just flying over the sunset. Anyway, right. It's going. So science doesn't disprove nature, God. And this article basically goes into the depths of science and how every area of science, physics, chemistry, biology, like we know so much about each one, about protons, atoms, neurons, how we've discovered that like there's vibrations within neurons that creates consciousness, but we don't know where consciousness comes from. We don't actually, we can even tell what happened like seconds after the Big Bang, but we don't actually know where like the basis of life started. But let's be frank here. We are created from the earth. We are created not just from the earth, but we are created from the universe, because the earth's created from the universe. How different do we have to be from the earth and the solar system and space and matter and the stars, the moons, do you know what I mean? Like, why should we be that different? Like, we grow from the earth. It's only because humans have got consciousness, which that is spectacular. That is absolutely breathtaking. Don't you just love watching it? Like when the edge just finally goes down and you've got this glow left, this beautiful glow. that is nature, that is life, this is us, this is what we come from. I don't know where I was at. Basically, this article was explaining how the chances of us existing are so rare, so rare. It's like the mathematics of it are like you can't even comprehend what it actually is. And we exist from a place that has the perfect ingredients for us. Like, everything had to be so perfect for us to exist. Like the levels of oxygen, water, carbon dioxide, all of the elements, everything in space had to be perfect, exactly perfect as it is, the alignment of all the solar system and everything for us to exist. And I'm not saying like we are these divine, beings, but like we have this power within us. So if the universe created us and we're directly connected to the universe, then why is it so crazy to think that we have the power to control our own lives and tap into that, right? This is where I've been going recently. The article also talks about how science can't disprove God, because everything that they research always comes to a point where there is this area that they can't explain. It's like there's a what was it described as? There's a space where it gets kind of crazy, like kind of unexplainable, and that's where it's on the line of religion and science. And then I kind of just thought, aren't they just one? Like, don't they just combine? If you take away what I'm talking about, like all the religions like Christianity and Islam and Buddhism, if you take away all the names of them and all of these deep like stories, but actually go to the base of what religion actually is, it is a faith and a belief and a dedication to a god or many gods that we connect to, and it like looks over us, right? Well, I'm gonna talk about something here really quickly before I end this. In the past month, since I decided to sort my shit out, and I started meditating, I have felt I've had this like belief. I've started to have this like faith in the universe, right? Like knowing and believing and understanding that the universe is responsible for what we are. There's even been times where I've thought about things and they've just happened. Like, I've had the thought, I've visualized it, and it's happened like exactly as I've seen it. And I thought that I was just kind of psychic, but I've realized that I've created it. Before now, a lot of things were negative, and that's because I was just so negative. And now I encounter nothing but positivity, because I'm always positive. I always have positive outcomes. And it's so invigorating, it's so exciting, it's so thrilling. And I'm going to put this article in the description, so you can have a read of it and see what you think. I hope you've enjoyed it, because you've got a sunset and a crazy chat. And I just want to encourage everybody to like have the happiest life that you possibly can. And you don't need to rely on other people. You can do it yourself. It is awesome when you've got like that person to share things with, or a group of people who are on the same wavelength. But you can also just love life by yourself, and I just encourage the best of the best for everyone. And thank you for coming to Olivia's Sanctuary. I love it. Thank you. Goodbye. Good night.